listening to Winnipeg's Classic 107. My name is Simon Rusnak. This week, young artists take the stage in Royal Winnipeg Ballet's Spotlight, featuring the primas and principals of future years. The mixed repertoire program showcases the talents of the professional division students, giving audiences a chance to see their developing artistry before they make the sauté to the big stage. To hear more, Stéphane Léonard, school director and Ballet Academic Program student Bianca Jeffrey have joined me. Welcome to you both. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Bianca, it's show week.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? You must be excited.
I'm very excited for the performances. I think that the build-up and all the rehearsals that we have towards the performance really make it a much more exciting experience because you get to rehearse it in the studios, and it's just a different feeling to be able to perform it on stage. It's much more exciting.
Well, I'm very much looking forward to hearing more about what you'll be performing. But first, I'm wondering, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? How long have you been in the professional division at RWB?
Yeah, so I'm originally from Edmonton, but I joined the professional division 2 years ago. So this is my second year here.
And when did you start dancing?
I started dancing at 2 years old, so pretty young.
And how old are you now?
I'm 18.
18, congrats. So this is the grad year for you.
Yes.
Very, very exciting time. I can only imagine what that's like. I mean, leaving your hometown at Edmonton and coming here to dance, this is obviously something that you're very passionate about, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, before I came to this school, I was going to a different professional division school that was in Alberta, so it was much closer, but I think it really prepared me for coming here because I was already kind of adapted to the situation of living away from home. So it was much easier of a shift to move here for me since I already had that experience.
Not only are you dancing all the time, but you're also a student full time. Is it hard balancing both?
It is hard sometimes, but I think that we have lots of time to... Oh, sorry.
No, you're totally good. Yeah. You, that's just it, right? It's finding the time to do both, right? Yeah. And making the time too. And I think that the program, at least as I understand things, does a good job in navigating that and helping guide you through that, right?
Yeah, we have a lot of assistants to help us get through the busy schedule and the long rehearsals. We have a lot of access to student care and different support systems to help us with the stress that comes with coming to a school like this.
Stéphane, can we chat a little bit more about the RWB school? Because I know there are two divisions. There's the PD and the RD, the professional division and the recreational. How many students are there in total in the school?
Oh, in total, I should check my numbers exactly, but I think we're probably at about 800-900.
Wow.
Altogether. Professional division is about 80 students, and that's including the teacher training program students and the Anna McCohen-Johnson aspirant program.
We just heard Bianca talking about making that move from Edmonton to come here to study in the professional division. I mean, this is a program that draws young dancers from near and far. What makes it so special?
Well, we're awesome. That's it.
That's it. I think that's on the business card, right? Yeah.
It is.
We're awesome. Come try it out.
No, I think when a student is looking for a full-blown training program, and they look at us, we have an amazing history and reputation. And we really, take a young student through the development of a dancer from grade 6 to 12 and then postgraduate program. So it's very wholesome and really complete.
Yes, exactly that. And then this spotlight sort of like the culmination of the studies throughout the year, right?
Yes.
Can we talk more about this program? Because it features both classical ballet and new works. Can you talk about the importance of showcasing both in young dancers and in programming?
Yes, absolutely. I think today's dancer need to be versatile to enter the job market. So there's a necessity to excel in both classical and contemporary works. This is a model that we adopted a few years ago. The classical is essential. That's our daily bread, of training. But it's also very clear that we need to be versatile. And the dancers also need to, the students also need to experience working with choreographers, being created on. So we take this opportunity to really split the evening and share our classical and contemporary work, and give a voice. For me, what's important in our contemporary work, like, for the past few years, it's also giving a voice to female choreographers that are in the past been more underrepresented.
Let's talk first about these new works that are going to be featured. A sort of choreographic triptych. Is that right? Can you tell us more about how this came together and whose work this is?
The works are from choreographers from the Royal Winnipeg Ballet, but also students in there. So we have our school resident choreographer, Gabriela Rehak, that is basically the leader of the triptych program, if you want. And then we have Nicole Copens, that's a dancer and a long-time RWB faculty in modern dance. And Grace Fraser-Snedden, that's aspirant in our Anna McCohen-Johnson Aspirant program. So every year, or this year, once again, I guess, like we got them together. Miss Gabriella got them together, and then like they start to discuss sort of a line through their creative process. They exchange idea on music and vision. Costumes also are somewhat tied together, but like everyone has their own voice. And the other piece for the school, having Grace, like creating a new work, is something that we support in the sense that we try to give opportunity to young choreographers to try out like and exercise their craft like on a larger scale.
And you never know where that leads, right? I'm thinking back to Cameron Fraser-Monroe, whose work we just saw performed in Tall by the company. I mean, this the wonderful, incredible new work who came from a former, PD student at the RWB faculty. So you never know where these works are going to end up and where these choreographers are going to end up. And then in the first half of the program, choreography by Moïse Petipa, who is one of the most influential ballet instructors and choreographers. I mean, perhaps most famous for The Nutcracker, working with Tchaikovsky, also The Sleeping Beauty, and I think Don Quixote and La Bayadère with Minkus. This from the Glazunov collaboration, Raimonda. What can you tell us about this? Highlights and excerpts going to be featured or something like that?
Yes, we drove away a little bit from the plot. Like I don't think we have a 3-hour time slot for our audience to sit through, and it's a bit of a convoluted story. And for our student body, we need to be able to adapt the work so everybody dances. So choosing like the highlights of throughout the ballet is something that we can manage and like give the opportunity to the students to really like show their craft. I would like at times to be able to dive into the narrative and like the theatrical a little bit more, but again, time restriction. So highlights are the way to go. They give a deep sense of style, musicality that goes with it, and we've assembled actually a beautiful mosaic of Raimonda. So it's somewhat in chronological order. If someone knows the production as a 3-act one, they may see the growth through. But we drove away from the plot and kept the general idea of it.
Bianca, let me ask you, what are you going to be performing in beginning tonight, running through Saturday?
I'm going to be performing the role of Raimonda, so the lead part from the Grand Pas. And I'm very excited for that. It's a really expressive and amazing role, and it's really different from other repertoires that I've learned before. So I'm really excited for the opportunity to perform something that I'm not really used to performing, something different.
Have you ever performed a title role before?
I haven't.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah, very exciting.
I mean, yours is the name on the poster. That's so exciting. And I'm curious. I mean, we're hearing about this sort of balance between not only classical ballet but new works and the opportunity to do both as a PD student. Do you find yourself gravitating one way or the other, or is it sort of having that mixed repertoire that is so beneficial for you, and you find yourself really just finding something that you enjoy in each of them?
do enjoy ballet more than modern, but I really do enjoy both. I think it's really amazing that we're able to get training in both because they're both really important and they both connect with each other in a way. But I think that I do prefer ballet because it really is the reason I came to this school. It's what I love doing, but I really do also love doing modern style.
Yeah, there's, as Stéphane said, it is the daily bread, right? This is what you're doing every day. It is the bread and butter of the ballet dancer. And so it's wonderful to see this on stage again, seeing the primas and principals of tomorrow coming up today in the RWB Spotlight. Break a leg, which I always feel weird saying to a dancer. So perhaps I better say merde, right? I think that's probably the better thing to say. Toi, toi, toi. Wishing you all the best. And thank you both for being here to tell us a little bit more about Spotlight.
Thank you. It's
Thank
been a pleasure.